Hello and welcome to my newest video. I am Claudia and I document my work here on YouTube. And in this video I'm showing you how to make the pattern for these breezy summer pants. They are tied in the front and held together by an elastic that is inserted on the side and goes through a channel in the back. And that's all that's to it. Let's start. I'm going to show you how I changed my block pattern into the pattern I want to use. You can also use regular pants you have at home that you like, that is a bit wider, and copy that pattern onto paper and then make the transformations. In the front we make the crotch longer. And I'm doing it 1 centimeter, which here is 1 millimeter. And then as a next step, I want to widen the pants. The hip height here is the widest point in my pattern, so I make a perpendicular line from down there. And in the front, I'm doing basically the same, like that, onto the back side. So here we also make this line longer and use 2 millimeters in my case, or 2 centimeters in the real thing. And now, because that is lower, I'm going to put that here, because I want that to be, I overdo it here, it is much less in the real thing. And then as a next step, I'm going to shorten the sitting length. I'm going to cut this line from this side, but barely, so it is still connected. Like that. And then I mark myself 1 centimeter. It's like I mark it up here. I do it a bit more so that you can see. And then I put this part of the pattern up here, that it matches here. Like that. Now here you see my line is correct. If it isn't, you just smooth it out slightly. Because I decided to make a short version, I just cut it in the middle, or in the line which is the middle of my knee. That if you use a pattern of an existing trouser, you just wear it, decide for yourself where middle of the knee is, and put that into your pattern if you want to make a short version. I decided just to make it here 4 centimeters more, so that would be 4 millimeters here in that case. So 4 millimeters parallel here as well. And now I connect, so here that it catches the most part of the pattern that is the widest. So like that. And the same on the other side, whereas here I'm trying to make a bit of a curve. So I start up perpendicular and then I'm doing a curve. Smooth it out. Now what is important is to measure this stretch here, how long that is, and in my case it was too short, 2 centimeters too short. That's why I elongate it down below here. It would be 2 millimeters in my case here, but 2 centimeters in the real pattern. That, and then connect that to the back. So now I can I have this, and this is my back pattern. Next step would be to make a waistband. So I decided I want 8 centimeters waistband. I measured how long the dart in the back is, and it is around 7.5 centimeters for me, which isn't accurate on this drawing, but then I decided I just want to make it a bit longer. So I marked 8 centimeters from all the lines up there, and when we connect these dots, we can cut out this waistband. Like so. Now we have this waistband, and I want a waistband without darts. So I cut the darts open, again cut so that it is still connected. And then you can push this side over. And which will be cut on the fabric fold now here. Let's go to our front piece. First, we also construct the waistband. Same way as before, measure out your 8 centimeters, mark it. What we have to do is, before we cut it out, is mark this place where the one dart is. Like that. Let's put that aside. This is where the front dart is. I looked at myself where I want the fold to stop, and that was 9 centimeters from the middle, so from here, from the front middle. So I marked it, and when I checked, I also looked that it is over the front dart. You want that the fold goes over the dart because it just looks nicer. Here I want the fold to end. Now, I don't want that the band inside of the pants is exactly on my side seam, so I measured 3 centimeters inside here. I want the fold to end here. Here is where my dart is, and here is where the inner part of the fold should be. And then I measured this distance A from where the fold should stop and where it should start inside of the pants. Double that amount, in my case 13.5 centimeters, and add to the pattern 27 centimeters. And I do that by cutting this part away. But it still holds like that. Now, careful not to lose that. Here. And now I extend this line, and also these, all those parallel lines. If you do it with pants you already have, and try to find the parallel lines here. And now I measure here. For me it's now 27 millimeters, but in the real pattern it was 27 centimeters. Here and here. Put my 3 centimeters that I cut away here. And with that I have the right curve. That I mark here a point somewhere a bit away, like 5 centimeters away from your dart, and I'm going to connect the outer point with the point I marked. And now we have to mark where the bands will go, where it will go, so that we can tie it up. Yeah. Here will be the inner band, will be attached here, and then that folds over here, so here will be the outer band. So if you think like that, so this distance is A, and here is the inner band, and here is the outer band attached, and here will be front middle, and here is the side seam. Good. Now we do exactly the same for the waistband. We have our waistband. I have 2 darts here, so I'm adding a distance A in the first gap of a dart and in the second. If you only have 1 dart or none, you can add the whole distance in 1 cut. So how am I going to do that? I extend the line, hello, oops, mark my distance A, in my case 13.5 centimeters. Then I take my second part, the waistband, put that perpendicular because I want to close the dart here. Then I extend this line again, and 13.5 centimeters. Depending on your darts and on your measurements, that line might be not that round. So, like that. And now I can round out those lines. And like that, I have my waistband for the front, where this is on the fold and the front middle. And now I have to mark where my bands are going to be, because they will be included in the waistband. So first I have this distance, which I mark on my waistband here. So that's again same point. Mark it on the lower side, because this is the same as that, and the up part is smaller. Now I mark A, and there will be my inner band, so perpendicular to this round line, here will be the inner band. Then again A, and again perpendicular here, and this will be the outer band. You just copy. What you also can do is take that, hold it here, and copy your markings up there.
Let's cut out our fabric with our pattern pieces and add seam allowance to everything because there is none so far. And remember that the waistband is cut on the fold. Mark on your waistband cutouts where the bands and the elastic will be attached. The elastic is on the inside and the bands on the outside. Also cut out 2 bands. Mine are 80 cm long and 6.5 cm wide in the end. Make also sure here that you add seam allowance and that you double the width so that when you fold it and sew it shut, you have the desired width. Now that everything is cut out, you can add interfacing to the waistband or it will be too flimsy. The next step is to add 2 large buttonholes on the back waistband for the elastic to go through. If you don't do that, the elastic will always be pushed up and will be visible when you wear the pants. That's why we create a channel in the back of the waistband so the elastic stays in and takes the trouser with them. Now you can assemble the pants with the waistband as you would do regularly. Add the bands in the front and secure them to the waistband by making sure that when you tie them up, they will go over the ends of themselves. Insert the elastic into the channel on the back and secure it to the marked places on the waistband. Try on the trouser now, and if you're happy with the fit, secure the elastic and you're done! I really like how the trousers turned out. They are lightweight, they are very comfortable to wear. They are a bit like a pyjama but more elegant, so you can wear it outside. And are perfect for the hot summer because they are so breezy. And still not breezy that they could fly away and show everyone everything. And the only regret I have that there are no pockets, but I really don't know how I could add those because the fabric is so lightweight. Anything you would put in them would drag them down the trouser and distort how they lay on the body. So if you have suggestions how I could amend that, please feel free to leave a comment. And if you don't want to miss out my future videos, please subscribe, maybe give me also a thumbs up if you liked what you see, and see you in the next one. Bye!